What's the deal? It's the boy, Domain McClain at Domain McClain TV. Back again with another video. Shouts out to everybody supporting the channel. Like, comment, and subscribe. I do all that good stuff, okay? Today's video is going to be something that really just came across my mind because I've been seeing it happen way too often out in public. And I want to title this video, Are the Roles Being Reversed? Has it begun? And I will say, yeah, man. So what happened recently is, especially with our guys, black men, and we gotta talk about our black brothers, man. Gotta do a lot more talking about y'all, man, because y'all out here wilding out in public, man. So I recently at my job had a gentleman come in, black dude, got upset because we couldn't help him. He had 4 customers ahead of him. Dude started talking about harming people in the store. He called and there's a bunch of black men that work here. It's a store that's really going to go to a bunch of black men here at a corporate store. It's rare to see that. So I guess he thought because he was black, he was gonna skip the line. Came in, we couldn't help him. He started cussing all out loud, started attention seeking, and then started talking about harming us, you know, and then called us names. I'm thinking to myself, what's going on? It's not that big of a deal. And a lot of our black men, I see it more in our race as well, the most, where men are acting like divas. You know, want to have being attention seekers, causing scenes over stuff that's very minuscule that can be walked away from. So he comes in, acts all crazy, we get him in and out, and he's still on his way out. He's still causing problems. I had another situation where I was walking into a place to get some food, and on the way in, 4 black men walk out, and they seem like they're upset, and the entire restaurant are looking at him with a face of shock and disgust. And it comes to find out these dudes were upset as well about not getting seated. I'm like, what is going on? Y'all dudes are really up, and it's black dudes causing big problems about not getting seated. I know what happened, and I can break down what's going on. When they told us men we have to be emotional, it's okay for us to be emotional. I remember getting that brainwashing, and I remember acting emotional in places, just letting my anger and my frustration run rampant. Right? And I got this from a female. You know, it was a lady I was dating. She was giving me a lot of good advice. I need to stand up for myself, you know, good stuff like advice. And I appreciate the advice at the end of the day, but in that period of me learning this new form of myself, I seen how disgusting I was being looked at. You know, you're dysfunctional, causing problems, you know, walking up, oh, my food order's wrong, being mean to people. I didn't like who I was, so I changed. And I also see that this is happening numerous around a lot of men. And I advise men not to be emotional. Even if you're upset, man, save that stuff for a later date. As men, we need to learn how to control our emotions and not be emotional, okay? You know, I can't speak on the other sex. You know, let them be them. But as far as men, my advice is that we learn to control ourselves at all time. Don't never ever, especially if it's not nothing it's out of our control. Like far as family or if it's family, I can see that. But a situation like being seated, we shouldn't be letting that out. And I get it. They're saying don't hide your emotions. Let it be known. If you're upset, show it. Don't hold it in. Wrong. Okay, hold that stuff in, because a lot of times you need to go home and think about things. I think men need to think first and then react. We need to think first, and I think we're reacting without thinking, and it's leading to a lot of situations. And this all has a lot to do with a lot of, especially reason why I see it the most in our race, because we're the most men who are raised without male figures around us. It's either fathers, uncles, responsible male figures. So a lot of us are raised with male figures, but those guys were responsible, and we didn't learn anything from as far as how we should act and carry ourselves. So we're just going off by what we've seen, and if we only seen our mothers handle things a certain way, which sometimes can be a gift and a curse. Sometimes our moms was responsible, but it's a lot of times they won't. Emotions get out of whack, they acting crazy. Now we're the ones out there doing it. That's why a lot of black men, most black men ain't nothing but mama's boys, man. Let's be honest. Mama's boys, mama's boys, mama's boys, mama's boys. That's why you see in our race the most black men moving in with a girl, want to move in with his baby mama. She got kids, and he want to move in with a woman with kids. I never understood that, man. You got kids you don't live with, but you gonna move up and shack up with another woman who got kids. Y'all do that cause y'all mama's boys. And a lot of black moms gotta take this L. Y'all be babying them sons up. I remember my mama treated me way different than my sisters. Way different. Still do to this day. I think she only got pictures holding me in the house. Ain't no pictures of her holding them girls. It's only pictures of holding me. So we become these mama's boys for some reason. Then it clicked in my head a few years ago where I'm like, my mama can't keep fighting my battles. Because any other time I got into a situation, me call my mama. Mama, 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 mama. And a lot of black men get caught into that. Fight your own battles. And I don't know, is it because we are just raised with a woman and we don't know nothing better? But a lot of black men want to stay and live with their mamas until they well in their 35s and they don't want to do anything. Now, there's some black men, not every black man is like that. But I highly guarantee you, if you do find a black man that is independent, on his own, not emotional, not getting upset because he doesn't have a seat and causing a scene and cursing, it's okay to get mad. I'm not saying we should not get mad, but we should realize when we're getting mad and learn to calm ourselves. I do it all the time. It's been working a lot greatly for me. But what happens is that we have let me get back to my last point. So if you see a man who controls his emotions, lives on his own, means he probably had a male figure in his lifetime. Majority of the time, they had their fathers. Most of these guys who shacking up with these girls, ladies, stop dating dudes with no car and no job. Stop. Bad credit. Please stop. Y'all give these guys a chance because y'all hear a bunch of lies and think it means something. Once a man knows he can attack a woman personally and emotionally, once men know these traits about women, you can get all of them. All you gotta do is tell them what they want to hear, attack them or get into their head emotionally and find an emotional connection to them and make things personal. Once you learn how to do that, it doesn't matter if you have a car or a job. It don't matter. She's going to take the bait. And it's really evil for a man to do that. And a lot of men they're not going to do this with a lady who's a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? She's a lawyer. She ain't about to stoop down to none of your nonsense. And you know, I have seen it done. I have seen a guy with nothing lie his way into some lawyer stuff, or a lady with a high profile job. They like to prey on women who don't really manage a shift leader at a fast food workplace. They'll prey on a lady like that, and she probably so lonely or whatever, she end up moving the dude in, and now making more kids of a man who has no responsibility geared into him. So it's keeping this constant cycle of irresponsible males. So now we have this situation where these grown black men are out here. I don't know why and I blame the internet. I do blame the times, and I do blame men just not taking responsibility and wanting to change. And we should not be having this many situations where 2 situations in a week is enough for me to see black males arguing about getting seated. And it has to do with the brainwashing that they're putting on us, the idea that men need to be emotional, getting rid of masculinity, you know what I'm saying, calling it toxic and all that stuff right there. Men taking masculinity and rewriting it as to making it toxic. Masculinity is not toxic, but we are creating a toxic masculinity by having emotional males out here. All right. I still get caught in my emotions, but how I do it now, if I feel myself getting upset, I sit down, take a breather, and analyze the situation before I react. So you can save yourself some time. A lot of guys, we're going to end up burning bridges with people. You're going to end up burning bridges with your job, friends, and family. And if this continues, these guys can possibly end up going to jail and losing time in their life over the emotional situation. So say those dudes arguing about their seat, they get into a situation where a fight breaks out. Now they're going to have charges and stuff over them just having an emotional day. You know, and I'm pretty sure it happens a lot more. I'm pretty sure ladies are seeing it. You don't give a guy their number, they're upset and mad and angry. Nobody's teaching these men that you should not be angry, to control yourself at all times. You're going to get yourself in some trouble, okay? Now, am I saying be a little punk? No, I'm not saying be a punk. I'm saying handle your stuff maturely. And now if somebody's trying to punk you out, like calling you all types of names, I'll walk away from them. You just better not put your hands on me. You know what I'm saying? Anybody put their hands on me, we can do whatever after that. But you can say what you want. I'm going to walk away from you. I ain't about to even entertain that. But a situation to where, you know, you at a bar and a girl don't give you her number, you don't need to lash out. And What it is, I knew this was going to happen when years ago they was telling men to be emotional. Telling men it's okay to cry. Fellas, it's not okay to be crying. It ain't. What's crying going to do? Them bills still need to get paid. If you need to cry. I tell people this. If you go, especially my men. Now, females, I don't really tell this to them because, like I said, I'm not a woman. So I can't deal with y'all. I really can't. I can't deal with y'all. I don't know how y'all work. I don't know how y'all function. Me giving man advice to y'all is like telling this tree to go play basketball. It's just two different things. So I can tell my men, if you're going to be down depressed, take 1 to 2 days of being depressed. After that third, you need to go really 1 day of being just down and out. After that, you need to get yourself up and start making a plan. All that crying ain't going to do nothing. All that emotional ain't going to do nothing. All that crying to your girl ain't going to do nothing. She just wants you to play her game. Don't be crying with your woman. Don't be out here crying. Don't be out here being a little punk. Handle your business as a man. Stop being upset. Stop being all that crying. Stop being, want the world to feel sorry for you. Nobody cares about you. Nobody cares about you. Your kids don't. Your mama don't. And it's a sad pill to swallow, but who cares? Don't cry and be a baby about it. Don't be like, oh, man, nobody care about me. Wham. So what? Do you care about you? That's all that matters, man. And they want to stop that mindset. They want to stop men from being on their purpose. Men are we are the ones who make the changes in life. We're the ones who really push this stuff forward. Am I saying women can't do it? I ain't speaking on women right now. They can do whatever they want. Go to a female channel. This is for guys right now because I'm seeing this happen. Roles are getting reversed. Men are scared to step up to the plate. Men are scared to... I was at a restaurant the other day, man, with my son, and the waiter is a family come in. It's a dude and a woman. They got 5 kids. The waiter talking to the woman the whole time. The dude just sit down. Another mama's boy just sits down. Let the girl do all the talking. Anytime y'all fellas, y'all out and y'all letting y'all girls do all the talking and she handling all the business, y'all boys is letting her be your mama. Don't be letting no woman out here be your mama, man. Oh, and our girls like, why can't I take charge, take lead? All right, okay, reason why you don't need to do that is you can, but if you with a real man, he gonna make sure he knows how to order for you. He need to be speaking up. We gotta let these boys, these men be men. All right, because if some real stuff happen, somebody breaking your house, he gonna have to step up to the plate. Both y'all, like, remember the movie Us, right? There's a movie US. How you say Us, y'all? I say it with an H. I say Us. Us. That's how you say it correctly? The movie Us. There's a scene where the mama had to go fight and the daddy stayed with the kids. I'm telling y'all, they always push this narrative of men taking the back seat. And don't get it twisted, fellas. I dated a girl who was a macho woman. I never in my life dated an independent macho woman. Leave the women alone, fellas. It's annoying. So in that movie, she left and had to go handle it. I was with this chick one time, and we both had our license suspended. But I had a permit to drive because with the military. We get a situation with the cops where somebody lie on us about driving on the beach. Some crazy woman lied on us about driving on the beach. 100 cops pull up, and I show him my permit. We all good. He says, look, y'all don't drive nowhere. Wait till 5 in the morning to go. It's 1 o'clock. We got 2 kids with us. They had school. I'm like, they can miss school. So I say, I come up with a plan. Let's wait. Here come this macho female, want to run up. No, we need to leave now. We need to leave now. I'm like, we got the plan. I can't control the girl. Fellas, don't date no woman you can't control. Don't date no woman that's going to, because she could have got us in trouble. But I'll still stay along with it. She get out, being a macho, leave everybody, go find the Uber driver. The Uber driver picks us up, and he picks us up, and somehow he picks us up, and he drops us off, and then I forgot how he did it. Somehow we got the car moved. My car got moved, and he got us to a place where we won't be seen, and we drove out. We ended up leaving that day. Cool. I was perfectly fine chilling. Perfectly fine chilling and taking the safer route instead of taking all this risk. 30 cops pulled up on us. They know our car. They know what our car looked like. They see us driving around. They told us not to drive around, even though we was about to leave town. We was in a whole other state. So we only had like a 5-6 minute window. She came up with the idea, and me being Mr. Me, I was like, all right, I'm gonna take the back burner. I didn't feel like going back and forth with that woman, cause she's one of the women you're going to go back and forth with, and they not gonna listen. I ain't about to even do that. So she came up with the plan. I disagreed. Now, if this was me today, I wouldn't even date a woman like that. If I was in a situation like that now with a woman, I'd have told her straight up, we're not going nowhere. We're going to sleep. Be mad. I'm taking the safe route. Because when you're dealing with stuff like that in your life, you don't need to be taking risks like that. Granted, we did get away that day, but I was dating a macho alpha female, and I'll never do that ever again. And me and her used to always bump heads. I used to tell her, one of us got to be Robin. We both can't be Batman. And she was like, well, nigga, that's going to be you. I'm like, no, it can't work that way. It's not going to work. This relationship is not going to work. I'm not about to take a back fiddle. No. And ladies, if you are alpha female, date guys who want to take the back seat. You're just not going to be attracted to them. And you're going to get tired of walking over them all the time. Then you're going to get a guy who's an alpha. Now y'all arguing all the time because you don't want to take the back seat. So now you arguing with him. You want him to compromise on everything. A real alpha male is going to know how to move on his own and make the best decisions, and you need to trust his decision. He's not going to lead you, steer you wrong. I wouldn't have steered her wrong. We would have got home safely. We would have chilled out at night, camped out, went to sleep. Everybody was already asleep anyway. We would have got home. You know what I'm saying? But that's what they're putting us in. They're taking the roles, making men emotional, making men scared to speak up. We only speaking up when our feelings are involved. When we out with our women, we let them handle all the stuff because we want to give them a voice and all this other stuff. And then we not even being men and taking charge. A man supposed to take charge. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all, in the future, women going to be at work and men are going to be home. That's how it's going to be. Men are going to be home playing the game. It's like that now. I guarantee y'all, in the hood, all the Section 8 is owned by women. All the trailer parks owned by women. In the hood and lower income areas, it's all women running stuff, and the dudes at home playing the game, watching the kids. I seen it one time in the hood a long time ago. I'm over there playing cards at a friend's house, and there's this gruffy dude. I never seen him in the spot before. We was at this girl house all the time, but so it was a girl, and I was cool with her cousins. So I'm over there hanging with my homie, and his cousin was at work, and this is gruffy dude there. About 8:30, he get up and start cooking. She come in at 9 o'clock, food cooked, house clean. I'm like, what? This is what he doing? You know what I'm saying? And I know some women like, what's wrong with that? There's a lot wrong with it. He's a man. At the end of the day, a man comes with a lot of responsibility. We make changes. We can actually do things. I ain't saying y'all can't do it. And that's kind of what messed the game up when we kind of collided with stuff. But it is what it is at this point. But the roles are going to get reversed, and I do highly advise black men to calm down. I advise all men to stop being emotional. If you are frustrated, take a breather, take a step back. You look crazy. I noticed how crazy I was looking when I was being mad at people. The last time I got mad at somebody was like 6-7 months ago. I was having a long morning. The dude was wasting his breath telling me how he couldn't help me that morning. And I was like, man, you should have just told me that. And I knew I was in the wrong for being ill at him. So I turned around and apologized to him. I came back in. I said, hey, man, I'm sorry for being ill with you. You know, help me up with an appointment. Buddy hooked me up with an appointment. We was good to go. You know what I'm saying? But I know for a fact now, anytime I have a situation, I calm down, I breathe, and I think my way through it before I emotionally react. Don't react emotionally. You know what I'm saying? But I do think black men are a bunch of mama's boys. A lot of us. We need to practice independence and focus on getting ourselves right, because if not, our race will get left behind. You know what I'm saying? We need to take accountability too as men. We need to take accountability too. We can't blame our mama for being mama's boys, but we need to blame ourselves at a certain age why we still mama's boys. You know what I'm saying? But I think that's all I got to talk about in the situation, man. Fellas, again, if you dating a girl who ain't listening and you know you in the right, if you in the right and she ain't listening to the right, you need to leave that woman. You need to leave that woman. Don't be going back and forth with no girl all day. They ain't got nothing but time. Fellas, walk away. Walk away. If you're in a relationship, you need to make sure you're on your own too. Matter of fact, I think what's happening is we start to date women too early, man. We dating women when we ain't full-fledged men yet. That's why we end up women. Why I'm gonna submit to you if you ain't even a man to submit to? She got a point. Basically saying you ain't got enough money. So go out there, get your bread up, get yourself in shape, get yourself some morals and some standards, some integrity, and then move on with it. But I don't even advise y'all even looking into no relationship. Honestly, that stuff crazy. But I do advise men to carry themselves like men on a day-to-day basis. Support them, McClain TV, man. That's all I got to say on that topic. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be safe. I'm out.